Right! So welcome back to another, I don't know what to call this. This is a Red Dead Redemption 2 review. That's right, everyone. Your boy jumps in early. Nice and early. We've had brand new information, okay? Brand new information about the upcoming AAA title, Red Dead 2. That's right. It's the best game that's coming this year on the PS4. I'm telling you now, it looks beautiful. So, this is my attempt. This is my attempt at reviewing the whole of what we have so far from Red Dead 2. I haven't done this before. I haven't done this yet. I've been so hyped about this game. It's unreal. I've been talking about it since last year, and literally, we've had gameplay from the game. Official gameplay. So, what the game may actually be like in the game. October is its release date. I will be buying that game as soon as it drops. So just letting you guys know, okay? I'll be buying it ASAP. Oh shit, I just pressed the wrong button. We got Exodus D. He's rolling deep with your boy T4 over here in the podcast. This isn't the podcast, by the way. This is just me wanting to do something a little bit different. As you'll tell from the background that things are completely different. We're on Rockstar's main webpage, and they have everything we need, okay? There's nothing else that we require, okay? Big shout out to the guys for joining us over at youtube.com. Massive shout out goes out to Lante. Lante takes the crown. New person takes the crown. Lante26, everybody, back in the chat. Lonte, are you ever going to play any games with us anymore? Or have the days of gaming gone from you? Also, Slamman4478 over at twitch.tv. Thank you for joining us over there. And also, Decaf Smurf is over there as well. Thank you for joining me, guys, as always. Also, before we start, obviously, I've got to do a massive shout out to the sponsors. I nearly forgot. As always, big shout out goes out to Cinch Gaming, City Kids, and not forgetting those infamous people over at Rachel.com. Also, not forgetting the T4 Army merch. Have you guys snag yourself something awesome for while the summertime is still here? Be sure to stick around because we'll be giving away some discount codes for you guys to get yourself 15% off t-shirts. So it's pretty sick. Also, gtrade.com over at twitch.tv, and not forgetting G4G and Streamlabs, keeping those donations lit, live, and streamlined straight to the stream. Thank you very much to everybody who's ever donated to the channel. Massive shout out to all of you who's ever donated. Right. Let's continue with what we were talking about. Red Dead 2. Bitches, this is it. So we've had 3 trailers, and we've also had gameplay, official gameplay from Rockstar Games themselves. So what we're going to be doing on this little show is just talking about the different trailers. I do have a PC, Lonte, of course. We're going to be talking about all the trailers that have come out. So we're going to be watching trailer 1, trailer 2, trailer 3, and then the official gameplay video as well. In that time, we'll be able to talk about whatever in that time we'll be able to talk about in a discussional form, I guess, of the excitement that's heading our way from Red Dead 2. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be awesome. If you guys are excited, smash a like. If you're watching us over at YouTube, subscribe as well with notifications on, and not forgetting, you gotta go over to Twitch. If you're watching us at Twitch, follow. Don't forget to follow. Anyhows, what's up, Exodus? Are you here? What's happening with Exodus? Exodus D,
Yes, he is here with us.
He is here with us.
Oh,
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 oh!
I've got the double echo again. What
the hell? I thought we fixed this fucking thing. Let me just check something. Where is it getting its feed from? Hold on. Let me just. If it doesn't work, yeah, that's right. Okay.
No, it's echoing me.
Echoing me. I don't know why. What about a desktop? Desktop's working fine because we're going to need the audio from that to. Yeah, that's. Oh. Okay. Right. Okay. Hopefully this works then. Let me just check this trailer. Let me just check the audio plays from this. Yes. Okay. Audio works from it. That's fine. Fuck it. I'm sorry. If you guys have a comment about what we're doing, please drop it. We won't have any live responses from other people because we're not in the podcast setup. We're in the gaming review setup screen. I didn't set it up so I could have people talking at the same time. So if you guys have got anything you want to add, you can always say to me on Discord and I will repeat what you've said. Or you can just type it in the chat. New people. Aim Andrews. What? Okay. Thank you, Alexis. Alex. Grandanos. Congratulations. Anyway, let's start. We'll start with the first trailer from Rockstar, which was the first trailer that came out for Red Dead 2. When I haven't actually done something where I've watched all the trailer. I seen bits and bobs, and sometimes you remember things, sometimes you forget things, and also game trailers are always something which are a bit deceiving, because if game trailers were as good, your comment is trash. Okay, thanks. If for whatever reason, if we were able to rely on game trailers as a way to dictate how good a game is, every game would be amazing. But as we've seen from a lot of game trailers, they're not that great. Now, the benefit that we have today is that we have all the other things that would make a trailer complete. So, in that respect, it makes things a lot easier for me. So, we'll start with trailer 1. We'll watch this. If you guys have got headphones on, turn them up. And if you're watching us on something else, then please be sure to not you. Oh, to Alex. Sorry. It does look amazing. Right, anyway, I'm going to be playing this out for you guys. Turn up your headphones so you can hear this nice and clear. And we'll be reacting to these trailers as we go along as well. I mean, just look at this. It's so pretty. The environment is insane. I mean, look at the detail. This is how you know Rockstar take their time with their games, Postponed it for a whole year. Holy crap, look at that detail. Just look at the detail, boy. I really hope I can get a much quicker internet so I can stream this in 1080. Just look at this.
Listen to me. When the time comes,
we're listening.
You gotta run and don't look back.
Run, don't look back.
This is over.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Who thought games? So that was the end of that trailer. That was trailer 1. That was the first trailer that we got to see of Red Dead Redemption 2, okay? October 26, 2018, it says it now. Whereas before we thought it was coming out in 2017. And then they pushed it saying the spring of 2018. And then they pushed it again, saying it's not ready. It's not ready, so let's push it to 2000 fall, okay? 18 fall. This is when it's coming out. 26 October. Pre-order yours. If you haven't pre-ordered it, dude, get on it. K, 3 people in live. K, yeah, 4 people, including yourself, and in total there's 9 because we've got Twitch as well. Slow Cool, what's up? Welcome back. I don't know what exclamation mark FC would even stand for. I don't know. Anyway, that was trailer 1. Trailer 1 was an absolute tease. It showed you like the small little things that you think, oh, that would be so good if the trailer is as good as the game. Now the thing is, Rockstar has never ever let any of the gamers down. The gaming community, even till now, we are playing GTA 5. I mean, this company released GTA 5 on the PS3. Remember this, guys, on the PS3, and then they redid it again a little bit, upgraded some of the graphics, and chucked it out on the PS4. And now people on the PS4 have been playing this game all this time. They're still playing GTA 5 on the PS4. It's still a relevant game people are playing, are streaming now. They're doing it now, which is insane. So we know from Red Dead Redemption and Undead Nightmare as well that it was a game which was really good. The thing that let it down, Red Dead Redemption, the thing that let it down in the first game was the problem with the problem was with the whole aspect of the online side. I did not get on with the online side of the game. The online side really let me down. I remember spawning into an online game thinking, oh, they've got an online version, because I played GTA Online. I was like, oh, maybe it's very similar because Rockstar. But they didn't look after the servers the same way. There were so many mods in the game. There were so many people in there. Like, literally, you'd load in, you'd just about find a weapon, and some son of a bitch would kill you. It would be like that. You wouldn't even know where they even came from as well. This was the problem, okay? You wouldn't even know where they came from. Anyhow, we'll move on to the second trailer. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have anything relevant you want to say. There is a couple of comments which I've seen already. Which is from, let's see, Alex said, Red Dead looks amazing. How is my comment trash? There's a lot of interesting comments happening in the chat between Zent and Alex. Zent, just be careful. Alex is a moderator. Just gonna put it out there. Put it out there. Play Dead by Daylight today. It's so intense. Okay, well, I'll see if I can download it first. Okay, I'll see if I can download it first. Right, trailer 2 coming up. So we had the first installment from Rockstar, and we were like, okay, this is looking interesting. This is looking amazing. This is looking different. Okay, you're getting the sense of the game is gonna be awesome. Okay, things in the game are gonna make people come back. The thing is that Rockstar have to really nail with this game is the online content. The online content has to be fundamentally perfect. There must not be a single criticism of the online side. If the online side fails, it's fucked. Okay, it's fucked. Okay, so here we go. So here is the second trailer. This was the second installment that we got from Red Dead. Let's have a little watch. Again, Rockstar showing the stunningness of the game. You know, the realism of the game. Animals, the grass, the people, the movements, the animation, the talking, the fire, the water, the views. I mean, Red Dead views.
You're a wanted man, Mr. Morgan.
Okay.
Maybe
So we're getting an idea.
Finished mourning your father, I'll keep her in black on your behalf.
So, like, good and bad guy thing going on here. That was the second trailer, showing us a little bit extra.
In 3 different states after us. They chased us from the west.
So maybe you play a bad guy.
We'll need an extra gun.
This
Just
place
takes my breath away. It
ain't no
sends
such
chills
thing
up my
as
spine when I watch this
civilized.
trailer. Literally. Look at the crocodile, the water.
You're the only one of these fools that I trust.
Oh my god, look at this.
Do you have my bag?
It's chilled, man. It's chilled.
Oh,
Total chilled. So that was the second trailer, okay? Second trailer, just literally, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. When I saw the second trailer, I was like, please release the game tomorrow. I want to play it, okay? I will pay you £1 million. Let me play the game first. Please, just let me have a go at the game. Let me just get on a horse, find some bad guys, do some killing. Now, if you guys remember from Red Dead, the first game, okay? From the first Red Dead game, there was a specific storyline between the father and the son, and they've continued this. It looks like, okay. The difference now being that there was a father, now there is a son who's a lot older now. Because at the end of Red Dead, it was kind of like the same kind of thing, but this time you're playing an outlaw, you're playing a bad guy. Whereas in the first game, you got the chance to be a good guy or a bad guy. It was up to you which way you went. It was in your hands. But this game, it seems like you start off with criminality as your best friend. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm getting. This is the feeling that I'm getting from the game. And this was how I felt from watching the second trailer. Is I saw that, I mean, they still give you those snippets, the little things that make you think, is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be bad? I don't know. Let me find out. Let me play the game. But the trailers, as we know, can be deceitful. Okay, they can lead us down a road where we think something's going to be amazing, and it isn't. There is so many games that we've seen come out, like Andromeda was rubbish, Skyrim rubbish. There was just too many games that came out that the trailers looked really good for, and the game was crap. Doom, I mean, what was that? I mean, there's so many of them. And then sometimes the game trailers are equal to the game, but the problem is that it didn't engross you enough. You didn't get involved enough. You didn't feel like the game gave you enough to make you want to keep playing the game. Like, for example, we started playing Mad Max, which is a good game, but after you play it a little bit, you start to realize that it's very repetitive, very similar to like Mafia 3. If you guys have watched the playthrough of me doing Mafia 3, you'll hear during that playthrough that I start to get frustrated with the game. I start to think, what's the point of this game? Because it was just the same stuff over and over again, and it had the same problems in the same places, same glitches in the same places. And this is where I'm just praying and hoping that Rockstar Games, because they have such an eye for detail, they know gamers, they know what we're like, they know how critical we are of games. Okay, when tiny little things happen, they play a big part in gaming. That I'm hoping they would have ironed out a lot of these creases. They would have had loads of testing time to make sure that the game is going to run smoothly. And I know a lot of people who are going to get the game, they're going to be rolling out the story mode first. I'm going to be playing the story mode literally from beginning to end. I mean, I was just talking to someone the other day about this, and I was saying this game is going to take over my channel when this game comes out, because literally that is all I'm going to be playing. I'm not going to stream Fortnite. I'm not going to stream GTA. I'm not going to do the podcast. All that takes a back seat. Literally, I'm going to be playing this game every day of my life that I get free to play this game, because the game, I mean, the first game was so good. I loved it so much. I actually hated the fact that they brought out the undead version, which is like the zombie version of the game. I didn't like the aspect of it. I didn't like the concept of zombies and the Western world. It was bizarre. Like, having like people on horses chasing, having like zombie horses without any skin on and stuff. It was just, I was just like, dude, what was you thinking? And Undead didn't do very well compared to the original game, and I didn't think people were going to go that way about it. And I think Rockstar at the time didn't understand how important online would have been if they had concentrated on that. The game probably was still being played today. But that's then, and this is now, and I'm sure there's been a lot of talk about this. So I'm hoping this is gonna make a big thing. Zent says the trailers are always better than the real game, so don't get too excited. I'm a skip. I'm waiting for GTA 6. I'm GTA 6 when it comes out. I'll be the first one in the queue, dude. Okay, literally. So the thing is, the thing is, I don't buy a lot of games. I don't get the chance to buy a lot of games. A lot of the time, I get games given to me. So the thing is, when a game comes up, and I know Rockstar ain't gonna send me this game, they won't send me GTA 6. So the games I'll have to go out and purchase. I'll have to go out and buy. So the thing is, because of that reason, I prepare myself for that purchase. I kind of think it's like a big weight, and it's like a big anticipation of, is this game gonna live up to the £55 that I'm gonna spend to get the game? Is it? Please let it be the case. Because the worst thing that can happen is you buy a game and the game is crap. You put the game in the cupboard and you never play it again, or you sell it, or whatever. That's the worst thing. So the thing is, I'm just hoping that this game is going to be lit. Trailer 3. Let's move on to the trailer 3. This is the third trailer that came out from Rockstar Games to do with Red Dead. This trailer was sick. I'm not even joking. When I watched this trailer originally, I watched this not that long ago because this was released this year as a teaser to the additional trailers that had come out. And just they're just slowly just feeding us, the concept of the game, what you can expect, what you can imagine will happen in the game, the kind of story that they're going to build and stuff like that. What's up, Dirty Diamond? Welcome to the stream, dude. Brand new to the channel. Please be sure to follow if you're new. Also, Electric Longboard coming back after some time. Thank you for joining us. Just buy digitally. Well, the thing is, I'm a bit of a funny person about buying games in digital format. Even though I know a lot of people buy their games like that, I actually like to buy the hard copy because I like to have a physical sort of copy of history. Like, for example, if you looked at my games collection that I have, a lot of them are like I have every single collection of GTA series, in games order, because the games cases that they send out, normally they have a map in there, they have some sort of coupon code or something, they have like some additional content sometimes you can watch online or download, or they might have like a kit you can buy, you can get access for free because you bought the hard copy version. So I'll always grab the original if I can. Massive shout out to Bannerman Man and Commander Root for joining us over at Twitch as well. Thank you for joining us, guys, over there. As always, a big shout out to the guys over at Twitch because they are literally kicking ass over there right now. We've got 9 people over at Twitch.tv, just to rub it in everybody's face. We've got 9 people over at Twitch and we've got 8 people over at YouTube. Twitch guys are literally taking charge. Right, trailer 3. Let's play this and let's see what we think.
Listen to me.
Just before I play this as well, if you guys have anything you want to add, any comments you want to add, anything you want to say, any points of view that you have, any opinions that you're holding about this game, let us know in the comments down below. I'd love to read them live. And if you're watching this on playback, drop it anyway. I'd love to read them afterwards as well. Let's see what
We don't want to kill any of you, but trust me, we will. Wake them up a little. This whole thing is pretty much
Rockstar
done.
Games presents.
We're more ghosts than people.
Okay, so it says here, by 1899. Okay, this is really important, guys. By 1899, the West had nearly been tamed. Okay, it's interesting. This is giving us like snippets of history. Like they're trying to tell a seriously deep story here, and they're trying to tell it so that it would have some relation to Red Dead original, but not be on its timeline. Important stuff.
You have got to keep faith. They will
Again with the
not
cinematics.
crush us.
Even the improvements. I mean, even when you look at the improvements of the AI, like the looks of people, like how they've. The thing is, I find a lot of games, a lot of the games companies have a problem with over exaggerating, overdoing the way the animation is, and Rockstar have a very good balance of, it's a game, it ain't real, but the quality of the realism, you're like, this could be real, but it's not. Some companies, they make it try and look too real that you think that doesn't look real at all. This is the benefit they have. Anyway, the age of gunslingers and outlaws had almost passed into myth.
Good old Dutch. My best friend. You know how we met? Pair of hucksters trying to rob each other. Back in 78 or thereabouts.
You have to love yourself a fire. It's one of the blessings.
I mean, just look at that. I mean, if you look at that image, right? That image that I've paused on the screen there, right? you know this isn't real. Okay, you know this is animated. You know these are not real people and whatever. But it just looks perfect. You know, the color ratio, the way the movements of things are, the depth that you get to see of how the town would appear, and the way that the traffic of horses and carriages, it invites you. It's inviting you into, like, I want to explore this game. I want to play this game. This is what they do. This is how they get us into these games, you know, because they build these stories. GTA was the same thing, building stories. Stories are so important in gaming to make the game really good. The better the story, the better the game. That's how I see it. And this I saw this and I was like, I would just love to just walk down that road and just look in that store on the right or the store on the left, or go and see what's inside that. How does that church look like inside? And, you know, and how does the gunsmith look like, and the blacksmith on the left? It's just super inviting. And it also creates questions as to, like, well, what's this guy doing on the left on the bottom? You know, like, are you going to get a chance to meet all these people and talk to all these people? I think it'd be really interesting. My nightclub got raided while I was AFK. Josh, I cry a tear for you. Right, let's keep playing.
Sure, we can have fire. And we can have the knowledge of fire. But with that comes the knowledge of everything. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a robbery.
Sons of Dutch. Makes us brothers. Sometimes brothers make mistakes.
You will never change. I know that.
All of you venerate savagery. And you will die savagely. Get out here!
Stay strong. Stay with me. You have to love yourself a fire.
Again, they keep teasing us with the dates. They keep telling us, you know, October 26th, 2018. Pre-order now. Coming out. PS4, Xbox One. They keep doing this because the game is building a story now. You're getting an idea, like the characters that you're starting to see in the game trailers. Their characters, and not only the characters, but also, like, the different cutscenes that they're showing you. Like, they're showing you some bits that are like snowy area, some bits are like raining, some bits are like muddy. And if you remember Red Dead, you could literally ride through 4 seasons of weather in that game. And it seems like they've kept to certain concepts which make things sort of easier. And we see that in GTA as well. I don't know how the weather system is going to be working on Red Dead 2, but it had 2 million in it. Oh my god, Josh, dude. JD Leader, welcome to the stream. Brand spanking new to the to the channel over at Twitch. Thank you for joining us. Also, like I was saying before, also Luke Drunk as well. Who else is over there? And Josh. Yep, Luke Drunk as well. Thank you, Luke, for being drunk. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so like I was saying, just before I lose train of thought, so with the different changes in the trailer, like showing you different backgrounds, like the way the daylight is, the way it's nighttime, the way it's daytime, the way it's mid-afternoon time, and the kind of I am here, found hacker. What's up? Welcome. Thanks for coming. Why are you sad? Why are you sad? This is a great game. This is a great time, okay? Great things are happening. Ronan Spar. Hey! How are you doing? Thanks for joining us over at YouTube. Right, YouTube, you're still losing. 11 people over at Twitch and only 6 people over at YouTube. That's not good. Sorry, dude, the chat lag. No worries, dude, it's all good. Anyway. Right, so with the changes in the season, so like in Red Dead, we know when we used to ride through like certain parts of the town. Certain places were very wet, certain places were dry as a desert, but it seems in this game they're not trying to do that. They're trying to do very similar weather patterns to the way GTA is, where it can rain anywhere and it also can snow, but not anywhere. Obviously higher up in the hills. But it's nice to see that there is such variation, which means that the map must be pretty big. It must be a pretty big map. Okay, there's the only reason they will show you so many different cutscenes. I mean, now we're on trailer 3, so by trailer 3, we've seen like the different scenes that are available in the game, different places that we have seen. So all these different places. Who's just hit the follow button? Someone just followed us. You'll be shouted out in a moment, I think, over at. He should be shouted out in a minute. Is he being shouted out? Sorry, I might have missed that. I might have missed it. I was watching on YT as well. It will rain in one block, but by Stormy in another block. Okay, make it rain, Josh. So like I was saying, right? Oh, it's tie. 11 on Twitch, 11 on YouTube. Ooh, it's equal. Who's going to get one extra? Holy fuck. Never seen that done before. I've never seen 11. 11 people over at YouTube, 11 people over at Twitch. Interesting. Anyway, like I was saying, so we've seen that change. We've seen that variation when people are running through place to place, going to see different people and what have you. So it's really, really interesting when I see this, because by the time they're showing the third trailer, we've seen different types of buildings, different types of housing, different types of farming, different types of horses, carriages, nature. We've seen different types of animals in the game now. So there's your times are delayed. It's 8. It's 8 as of now. I don't get the 8. What did you mean it's 8? Oh, Twitch, YouTube's dropped 9 on YouTube and 10 on Twitch. Twitch is still winning. So we've seen this big variation. The difference in the way that the 7 watching. There's 9 over here on my live count. It's 9. There might be some silent people, or people just coming in, or people just leaving. Now there's 8. Anyway, like I was saying, so there's like plenty of variation. It's showing us the game map must be pretty big. Now, if we take it back to, for example, GTA days, we know when it was Vice City was a pretty big map. When we look at San Andreas was a pretty big map, having 3 different places you could go to. And then they brought out with GTA 5, they condensed it into like a bigger map, but one size map, rather than having these different islands you could travel to, which was interesting, because with Red Dead there was different parts of the area which kind of like were island off. They kind of made it so that it was one place, but you could tell there was bits where it would ship off to another part, and then there was a bit where you could actually cross over the river to go to the other side of the ravine and stuff. So I'm gonna take a guess here, but I think the map is gonna be, not only is it gonna be big, but I think they're also gonna make it so that you can travel from one area to a completely different area. The thing I'm hoping is that they don't have too many loading screens, because this is one thing I find has a problem with GTA, with Rockstar, is that they introduce too many loading screens, because a lot of the times consoles aren't fast enough to keep these things rolling smoothly from one transition to another. I mean, saying that though, GTA 5 on the PS4 runs super smooth, and literally that sometimes you're going from cutscene into gameplay like in one go with no loading. I played Red Dead 1, yeah. GTA 5 map was 3 times the size of San Andreas and NYC. No, you're right. The thing is, GTA 5's map is bigger. Don't get me wrong, but the layout, the way that you would go in GTA 4, or even in San Andreas or in Vice City, is the traveling time would seem longer, because there was like these different areas of the map. Whereas with GTA 5, it's been the biggest map that we've seen from Rockstar in a game But the thing is, it's you can drive from one side to the other side without having to cross any seas, rivers, or anything like that. It's on one land, a bit like the United States of America, for example. Like if you live in North America, you could just travel straight from Canada all the way down to Mexico. That's the kind of map that they've made. But what I'm hoping is that they don't just do that. They don't just keep it so simple. That they do something a bit different. That they change this up a little bit. That they make a map that is a bit versatile. That shows some variation, like some challenge to get across, not something so straightforward, because we already have the horses. The horses have a limit of about how much running they can do, how much pacing that they can do, and stuff like that. I'm just having this read out to me. Right, the detail of the map, the purpose of loading screens is to prevent seeing unloaded areas, ruining the gameplay. They will do something different and unique. 100%. I completely agree with you, Found Hacker. I think there is so much to come. Ronan, just in case you didn't hear me, I did say I did play Red Dead 1 and I thought it was amazing. And this is why I'm making this. I didn't even make this for any other game. I haven't made this for any other game. So literally I'm just so hyped for this game. 26th of October, it's coming out. It'll be live on this channel from that day. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be playing it. Get ready for this shit. It's going to be sick. I just wanted to do this sort of discussion about the game because I'm just hyped for the game. I'm so hyped for it that I just think like there is just so much to do. There'll be so much to do in this new game that I'm just looking forward to it. The horses also have pack. You know what? This is what's really interesting. I don't want to spoil it because I don't want to read that comment out because that's coming up in the gameplay trailer, which is coming up after this last trailer that we've finished playing. So bear with me, guys. You're going to see something interesting in the last gameplay trailer, which I thought was insane that they brought this out. My only question: Will we be able to play co-op with friends? Now, from what I've heard from Rockstar, is that they are working on 2 additional game modes. Whether these will be paid DLCs or not is another thing, but they are working on a battle royale mode in this particular game. And second, they are going to introduce co-op gameplay with friends for the story mode. So literally you can have people who are your friends on your friends list play the game with you to go through the motions. And not only that, they've even done this thing where there's like an AI, like there's this artificial intelligence that picks up on how you play the game. So depending on how good you are, for example, at shooting, or you're good at taking cover, or you're just like an all-round player, the AIs in the game adapt to the way you play so that they become more challenging. So say you're playing with a group of friends and one person's really, really good, one person's really shit, and then you've got the in-betweeners. The AIs will actually adapt to each individual player, so you get a personal sort of feel from each time you play the game. So you don't feel like, oh, he's just walking me to victory, for example. It's not that straightforward, which I think is going to be amazing. Thanks, man. Good to hear that I might have access to playing with friends rather than being thrown under the bus by sheriffs. Dude, it's going to be sick. All I'm going to say is that it's going to be amazing. Let's jump on to the last and final part of this little live stream for you guys, for this live reaction. So we're going to be doing the last bit, which is actually the Red Dead Redemption 2 official gameplay video. So this was released just literally, I think, a couple of days ago. Rockstar sent me an email about it. They said to me, if you want to review it, it'd be great. Give it some traction. So show your opinion, share your opinion, get a discussion going, because I think it's required. The hype is required because so many times there's been so many games coming out and they've just been disappointing. And I just think this one is not going to be one of those. This is one of those that people should be hyped about. People should be looking forward to. This is a AAA that's going to be a proper AAA. It's not going to let you down. It's not going to let us down. We're not going to be like buying into this game thinking, oh my god, what have I wasted my money for? No way. This game, I remember when I bought the first Red Dead, I was so shocked. I remember when I finished the game, I was actually upset. I was actually sad that the game finished. Okay, when I finished Mafia 3, I was ready to throw that disc out of the window. Okay, even GTA 5, when we finished the story mode, the fact that they had the online content, the fact that they created more of these DLCs with the online content has just kept me coming back. I've built my channel on that game, which is insane. Now I'm just hoping we can do the same with Red Dead. Okay, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that the Red Dead will carry us GTA players all the way through till GTA 6 comes out, which is going to be coming out with the PlayStation 5. If you guys haven't heard about that, video coming out soon about that as well. I was upset that it finished too. You know what? It's rare. There is 4-minute video on YouTube. You know, it's so rare that you get a game that you play and you would wish that the game somehow it would carry on. You know, I mean, we all know when we start playing a game, the game begins and the game's got to end. We all know this, okay? Every game we ever play, that's just how it is. We start a game, we play a game, it's going to finish. Except for, obviously, if this game is designed online only and you don't play campaign, like, for example, things like Call of Duty, things like Fortnite, PUBG, you know, games that are designed to be online first player, that's like never going to end, really, unless you don't feel like it, you know? But otherwise, the games, the ones that have a really good story base and they take you through the motions, you don't want those games to end, because you're like, when this game finishes, I'm going to have to go back to playing like Fortnite, I'm going to have to go back to playing GTA, or you don't want to do that. You want to move forward in your gaming. You want to take your gaming forward, which you want it to be progressing like that, you know? And you know that the stories are so engrossing that you just want to keep... You want to stay in that world. You don't want to leave that world, you know, which is why I'm hoping they bring the online side and that they keep releasing online content, because they did it with LA Noire, where LA Noire was a little bit of a letdown because there was nothing else. There was just the game, and then there was nothing else after that. It was like a bit of a letdown. Even the second one was crap, you know, it was rubbish. So I'm just hoping that I make mistakes like that, you know. I mean, every game company can make a mistake, but I just think with franchises like Red Dead, you know, they've established that franchise. People know how good the game was. No one ever thought, you know, horses, cowboys, and Indians would even work. But damn, did it work, okay? I mean, I've been dreaming of this game since I heard about it 2 years ago. So literally, I'm ready for it to come out and play it. Literally. Couple of comments. We have Found Hacker says, GTA 5 ending killed me. I wanted more. GTA 6 shall include us owning new businesses, cough cough, drug dealing truckers. Don't talk about Fortnite. It's dying already. I mean, the thing is with Fortnite, it has got an expiry date. I'm telling you, it will finish. I haven't spent a single penny in that game because I know they're going to be releasing the campaign of that game, and the whole thing is going to be free. And you'll be able to earn V-Bucks in the campaign mode, which will help pay for skins online. When they do that, the game is pretty much going to die. It's just the way it's going to be. Fortnite is repetitive. Expect it to end soon. I think I'm kind of like in the same frame of mind, really. Right, so anyway, let's move on to the official... to view this video, please enter your... Oh, okay, my date of birth. Let me just quickly... I've just got to quickly pause the screen because I've just got to pause this for the... where's that? Is it that one? No, not that one. Not that one. Where's that fucking pause screen? Hold on. I'm just looking for the pause screen. There we go. This one. I've just put that on the screen because I don't want you guys to see certain information. So give me a second, guys. Yeah, alright, let's go back to Minecraft. What? Refresh that. It just told me I'm not allowed to review this content. I'm just like, what? Don't make me go to YouTube. Don't make me go to YouTube. Slight technical issue there. Okay, fine. We'll just go to YouTube again. I'm sorry. Doing a dick. I'm just quickly gonna find this on YouTube, guys. I'll be back in this. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Let me just transition this screen back over again. Sorry about that. Right. Let's Red Dead Redemption 2 gameplay. It's 6 minutes long. Is that someone's review? That'd be bad. No. Okay.
They'll probably hang.
Right, okay, I'm just letting this all load in. Right, okay, so this is the official gameplay of Red Dead Redemption 2. This is what we can expect from the actual game of how it will play. I was on Rockstar's site, but they didn't let me play the video for some weird reason. So, thank God for YouTube, right? So we're going to be playing this for you guys now. Have a good look at it. If you haven't seen it, fair enough. Let me know what you think. If you have seen it, please hold your horses because I want people to be able to see it and whatever, so they can see it. I love the pause music. Fortnite already owns a campaign. No, I mean they're going to give it away for free. They're going to be giving away the actual co-op campaign free of charge. Right now you have to pay to play the campaign, but you won't have to soon. They're going to be giving it away for free, which is a bit of a kick in the teeth for everybody else. Anyway, let's play this. Turn up your headphones, turn up your speakers if you're so you can hear this nice and clear.
You, buddy.
So he's obviously in prison. This is probably how the story's going to start. This is what I get from it.
In the late 1800s, America was evolving, on its way to becoming the most powerful country in the world. New immigrants arrived, thriving outposts became towns, and civilization was spreading rapidly into the huge, wild, and lawless frontier. With Red Dead Redemption 2, Rockstar Games aims to create a living world that's not simply open.
I mean, did you see that? Did you see that? That moving, the way the camera was panning to the right, and the way it looked like hey, he was on top of that mountain. That is the real game. I mean, the game is in 4K. Just to let you guys know, it's in 4K, which means anyone with a PS4 Pro will be able to play this in 4K. It is being released on PlayStation 4, PlayStation Pro, and also on Xbox and Xbox One. So, it's gonna be sick. Okay, the fact that you can play this game in 4K. I mean, just looking from this, I mean, even this particular scene that we're gonna watch next, him getting thrown out of the or jumping out of the window, whatever, it actually goes into an instant cutscene from being thrown out of the window of a cutscene. It goes straight into gameplay, which is showing you that they've somehow ironed out the need for load screens in between cutscenes. So it's going to go from gameplay into cutscene into gameplay without you having to wait for a loading screen, which I think is going to make things even more impressive. T4 isn't your BD this month? I don't know. That's where I got the horse facting. Every time I watch this, I get a feeling. Look, so do I do.
But deeper.
Come on, pretty boy.
More interactive and
So look at this.
detailed than
Look,
ever.
it goes straight. Look, straight into gameplay.
Combining
Look.
action, storytelling,
We need to get those people warm and fed.
and gameplay in new ways. As you live, ride, and fight to survive as an outlaw in a notorious gang.
As long as we get paid.
The other thing as well, I'm not 100% on, which I'm still kind of deliberating over, is whether they're gonna make the shooting, the aiming, auto aim, like auto lock on, or whether it will give you the choice of free flow, or whether they're gonna make it so it is free flow for everyone. So there's no way you can just, like in GTA, if you guys know who play GTA, you just hit R2 and it will just lock onto target, and you can just fire away like a crazy person. You'll smack them up with the bullets. I'm hoping. I mean, some people will say, well, that's going to make the game much harder and whatever. But the thing is, why would you want to rush in finishing the game? Why would you want to do that? You don't want to rush finishing this game. This is the game that you want to take your time in completing. You want it to be a challenge. Okay, you want this game to be difficult. Okay, because we are not going to see GTA 6 until either next year or the year after that. So you don't want to rush playing this game. You don't want this game to finish quickly, okay? Even me, I'm deliberating on whether to bang this game out or whether to take my time with it and just grow with it and just roll with it. But then again, it depends how difficult the game is. The more difficult a game generally is, the more you have to play it in order to be able to be good at it, in order to be able to complete it in the first place. I mean, there's been some games that I've played that I found so difficult, I didn't even finish the game. I just fucking thought, forget this, I'm not playing this game because it's just too hard to finish. So I guess there's some elements where I'm just thinking, I'm kind of like having this fight in my head, I guess, about whether I want the game to have auto aim or have the choice, have the option maybe, or maybe not have the option at all. Maybe make it so that you would have to learn to shoot, like I mean, I know it's difficult. I mean, we all know this from Fortnite and PUBG, and even from Call of Duty that aiming with a friggin' thumb with the analog stick isn't the easiest thing ever. It's some skill to make a smooth move from one character to another, especially if there's a row of them to kill. So the thing is, I understand that. I get that completely. But the thing is, at the same time, is I don't want the game to be so easy that it's like GTA where you just pick up the controller, boom, 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 boom. Everybody's getting shot. Everybody's getting hit. Your shots are landing just like that. And I'm sure they're going to make things hard. Like, you're going to be hard to find bullets. It's going to be hard to find ammo. It's going to be hard to find guns. You probably have to buy them or whatever. Or even the amount of bullets you find will be limited or restricted, or there won't be that many, or I don't know. You know, there's going to be a range of things, and I think that in this game they've taken the melee attacks and the sort of fist attacks more sort of like prominent over gunfights. Gunfights is like your last resort. This is where I'm thinking. I mean, I know in the old West this isn't how they used to play it. A lot of the time it was gunslingers and gunfights and stuff like that. But I think there's going to be an element of being more stealthier in this game, even though being a being a cowboy isn't the most stealthiest ever with those fucking things chuckling around on your back of your boots. But I still think they're going to try and make it like that. I still think it's going to have that element to it. Let's keep watching.
Later, you get shot, I'm happy.
The game is an attempt to capture this pivotal moment when the age of outlaws was ending and the modern world was born. There is a huge world to explore, set across a range of America's heartland and frontier. From harsh mountains.
See, them saying America's heartland and frontier. So them saying that, the narrator giving you that information tells you that the map is going to be based in America. How big will it be is unknown. We're not sure. We don't know how big of America we're going to get to play, but I'm telling you, on a horse, and if it's like massive, I mean, I know a lot of the time people get pissed off with having to ride from one side to another side, to another side, to another side. Traveling is a big thing in these games, and obviously unlocking things like fast travel pack to get you through the game quicker and so on and so forth. I think people should try and restrict themselves on doing things like this. I think people should really try and just play the game as it should be played. You know, we should be trying to avoid playing games with cheats, with hacks, with like glitches and shit like that, because I think these things, they ruin the game. They make the game too easy, and then people who can't play the game that way, and then they like, oh, I'm good at the game, but you're not good at the game. You're just using bullshit to make the game easy for you to play because you're shit at the game if you didn't have those things to use. So I hope there are certain things that they don't give you, like when I played the original, and you had the fast travel packs, and the great thing, the way they made the fast travel packs work in Red Dead's original game is that you'd have to collect certain types of skins of certain animals, and then you could get a fast travel pack. But then, even then, when you had the fast travel pack, the unlimited one, you could only travel to places you've already been. And it was the same thing with Horizon Zero Dawn. They gave you the option, but you can only go to places you've already gone to, not to places where you haven't been. And I think if they introduce that, that'll be fine. But I think if they take it to the extent of letting people just roam around and do whatever fuck they want, and just go here, there, and everywhere, even places they haven't been to, I think that will ruin the game. But this is an extent. This gives you a good glimpse of how much place. I mean, even if you look at this where I've paused the video and you look beyond the clouds, that is far. That's a big area to cover. You imagine you're on a horse and you got to go that far. We're not even talking about the things you might encounter. Snakes, rodents, friggin' alligators, foxes, wolves, bears, cougars, anything else that could be on your way. Because you're not in a car, you're on a horse. Horse is alive as well. It can be killed, it can get injured, and then you're on foot. So... and even things like, is it more dangerous to travel at night? Should you have a fire? All these kind of things. What's up, Freddy? Welcome to the stream, dude. Thank you for joining us over at youtube.com. This is the things. These are the things that are kind of like rolling in my head at the moment. This is what's happening. Anyway, let's continue.
Mountain trails and dense forests, to untamed swamplands and sweeping deserts, rugged livestock towns, to modernizing cities, and much more. All populated with a diverse...
See, I like that concept. I like that concept of what they've said, that they've got like different types of cities. Cities that are, are like farmland, and then there are like the more sort of newer cities, the ones that are more sophisticated, the ones that are more sort of lush. I like that idea, because that goes to show you they've kept with the same thought that they have from GTA, which is to have places which are really run down and have places which are not run down. What's up, War 970 Lord? Welcome over at YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget, guys, if you're just watching us live, be sure to slap a like on the video, even if you're watching us on playback. Let's get those likes up. I don't know how many counts we've got on the like at the moment. If anyone wants to let me know, that'd be great over at YouTube. And obviously, don't forget, guys, if you're watching us over at Twitch as well, be sure to follow us so you don't miss more streams just like this one. We'll be doing the podcast today after we do this little thing, game review for you guys. We'll be doing it about an hour after this finishes, so be sure to join. I'm very good, Freddie. Thank you very much for asking. We're just talking about Red Dead Redemption 2. That's coming out on the PS4 and Xbox in October the 26th of 2018. It's going to be a AAA title that I'm going to be buying as soon as it comes out, and we'll be streaming it live on the channel for you guys. So it's a game I really recommend you guys getting if you want to play with me. There most likely will be a co-op version of the game where you can play co-op story mode with your friends, and also there'll be an online version of the game as well where you better play it online, just like in GTA 5. So if you guys want to be playing with me on that game, be sure to get on it. The like has been slapped. I prefer when it gets smashed, but a slap will do. Right. Oh, for the first time, YouTube are beating Twitch viewers. Twitch is currently hitting 9 and YouTube has got 11. Wow. What's happening, Twitch? Right, let's keep playing.
Cast of characters from turn-of-the-century life.
Now shoo, please. I'm waiting for someone interesting to turn up.
You play as Arthur Morgan, a trusted senior gun in the Vanderling gang. A band of outlaws and outcasts on the run from the pressures of civilized life.
We are gonna borrow a little money from old Uncle Sam and be out of his hair once and for all.
Each time they're forced to flee an area, the gang sets up a camp as a base. This is where gang members eat, sleep, perform chores, play games, and share stories.
Anyway, I got caught by some hill country.
See, that's a really interesting concept. Did you guys hear that? You're in a gang. You're one of the gang members, and you have to move from place to place when you get forced out of a town. So it's a little bit like being a gypsy. Okay, you're a bit like a gypsy gang. It's like the times when outlaws were being outlawed. Where being non-civilized, not having a house, not having a piece of land, is frowned upon. This is when that era was happening. Do you even vape, bro? I don't know who you asked. Do I vape? Why? Why, Josh? Why are you asking? Right, what else has been said? There's favorite story game. The way you're explaining the range of things we may have to encounter reminds me of the game Untoned. Go check that out, by the way. I will check it out. It's really interesting how they have got this concept, though, of place to place. Like, they'll set up a new camp, and then I'm just thinking, like, out of the box here. Like, if you're in an area, you've set up camp there, and then are you gonna come under fire from like the local sheriff or local gangs, or what is it? How are you gonna get pushed out? Are you able to retaliate? Are you able to fight back? Or is it just like a transition of the story? How does this story end? This is the interesting thing. How would this kind of story end? And not only that, I mean, does it end simply like you have a house in the end, or is it more in depth than that? What is it that we're fighting for? What is it that is making this guy stick with this gang and actually move from place to place? And the interesting thing with that as well is moving from place to place gives you the choice, or not the choice, of going into places where you might not want to go, because you get to see certain places or be around certain environments which are very challenging, and certain environments that are not as challenging. This is what I'm finding very, very interesting with this game as well. I just, the way they showed this, it gave me so much information that confirmed how good the game would be, that it's just made me sort of gag for it even more. That's what's happened here. That's what's happened. What else has been said? It's on Steam. We pre-ordered. Lol. It is raining. I know, dude. I know, Fred. It's been shit, hasn't it? The weather's been rubbish.
Sheriff stealing a chicken, I think it was, and he decided I was going to be hanged for it.
These are the people Arthur calls family, and you will get to know each gang member over the course of the game.
So, you save the silly bastard's life, then you and him go robbing sheep.
Helping the camp with food and supplies will keep morale high, while spending time with other gang members can reveal new secrets. Fun things.
So that's interesting, right? That's interesting. So you got to hunt. You've got to actually go and get food. Okay, I mean, they've been talking about this concept for GTA 6. Rockstar I've been talking about the idea of your vehicle running out of fuel. They've been talking about the concept of you have to get your car repaired at a garage. They've been talking about the concept of, things like, you might need to have certain work done to a vehicle. If you crash it a certain way or whatever, it will cost you a certain amount. And they're thinking about reintroducing into GTA 6 the concept of having to eat in order to replenish your health, rather than just taking a packet of health. So the thing is, it's interesting. So this is the concept. What you got to bear in mind is that whenever they bring this game out, they're bringing the ideas that will be probably present in GTA 6. This is like the teaser of what that game would be like in terms of things that are available on there. So, things like having to bring in livestock in order to bring up morale so that there'll be food for people to eat, makes it very, very interesting. Takes it back to the times of, like, I think of like San Andreas, where you, like, if you were skinny and then you go to the gym, you eat chicken and stuff and burgers and you build yourself up. If you eat too much, you get fat. If you don't go to the gym enough, you get skinny. If you go to the gym properly, like a lot, you get proper hench. So you can make Franklin, whatever. It wasn't Franklin. What was his name? I've forgotten his fucking. Was it Franklin? I can't remember his fucking name in the game. The guy in San Andreas. Anyone know? Let me know. But this kind of brings about that same concept of, the food aspect, the drink aspect. It has its reason. It has its purpose. It suits. There's a reason for its existence. So then it makes the game challenging in the sense that it's not just about shooting, killing, hijacking. It's a bit more than that. There's more to the story than that. That's what makes me think. Right, what's been said? I answered your question, Fred. I have a feeling we'll encounter a lot of hookers, prostitutes. Reminds me of something. Are you going to get the new Spider-Man game? Spider-Man is another one I've been looking at. I'm not 100% sure. There's a chance I might be getting it given, so I might not have to buy it, but we'll wait and see on that one. I'm not in a massive rush because Spider-Man is coming out just a little bit before this. I'm thinking of holding. I mean, I already said from 2 years ago that when this game would be announced, this would be the game I'd be looking forward to buying and playing. You know, I don't mind giving my money away to buy this game to play because I know it's going to keep me entertained for a while, and I'll be so engrossed in the game. It's unreal. You'll see the classic T4 game face. You know, that face. Anyway, let's keep watching.
To do and opportunities for mischief.
How about you and me go and redistribute some property?
In and out of camp, the world is alive and responds to the player.
Well, ain't this a rare treat?
And your guns aren't the only way.
You see, that's what I was saying before. If you heard what she just said about the environment and the game responds to the player. This is what they were saying that they might be doing as a DLC update to the game as co-op play, where if you're really if you play the story mode, you completed the story mode, and the game gives you a rating. It gives you like a sign off, like this is how good you were in the game. And then when you play the game co-op play, when you play with other players, if they completed at a higher rate than you or at a lower rate than you, the AIs in the game respond accordingly to what they've been matched up with, you know, and challenges them to that point. Not you'll find like people being super hard to kill because you're playing with really good players. I'll give you a perfect example. When we play Fortnite, for example, and we play with the guys who play on PC, when we play with people on PC, it's a massive headache for those of us who play on console because we cannot match the PC players. We can't keep up with them. We can't attack them as quick as they can get us, and we can't build as quick as them. And if we choose to build quicker than them, we can't shoot accurately at them. So there's like this constant, like, you know, balancing act that we're having to do. Whereas with this, it's completely different. So this is going to be a really interesting thing with the game.
Way to interact with the environment. Call out to a passing rider.
That's a nice horse.
Talk yourself into trouble with a local tough guy.
Clear out.
Or out of trouble with a town sheriff. Or intimidate a witness into silence, and more.
Keep your mouth shut.
You see? Why would they say that? Why would they say intimidate someone to keep their mouth shut? So, I don't know if you remember from Red Dead, the original game, when someone would spot you doing a crime, an eye would come up on the game and they would be fleeing to go and tell the local sheriff or whoever it was of your crime. This is a bit different, where you're being given the chance to not, because the only thing you could do was to kill that person. You couldn't intimidate them. But in this version, you're able to kind of like persuade people in the most gentlest manner, i.e. with a knife to their throat, that they've got to keep their mouth shut, otherwise you'll cut their tongue out. So it's quite interesting that you'd have to do those kind of things. So that means you could commit a crime and get away with it by being intimidating to others. Josh says, it's just a prank. I've been waiting for the gas mod. I mean, I don't know if the gas mod's going to come out on GTA 5, but, you know, it's going to be interesting. I pre-ordered, are you going to get Lego Incredibles? No, I will not be getting Lego Incredibles. Big Smoke. It's not that big. I pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition of Red Dead Redemption for $100. That's a lot of dollars.
You're dead.
Right, let's keep going.
You don't want to involve yourself with this.
Confrontations can be escalated or diffused.
Take it easy. Do what you want. I don't care.
You can form friendships.
God, you did it.
Or make enemies as you choose.
You killed my cousin, you sick son of a bitch!
Your actions have consequences, and it's up to you to decide just how honorable Arthur is.
Should I have killed you, Jimmy Brooks?
Me?
Shooting and fighting have both been radically improved to make combat deep and engaging at all times. Each weapon has unique characteristics, with realistic reload and recoil that always keeps the player grounded and connected to the action in a gunfight.
See, if you watch this trailer, if you watch this particular moment, 4:11, if you watch this bit before it, where he's running out of the building and he's shooting 1, 2, 3. If you watch the way that those gunshots are happening, I hate to say this, but it looks like auto lock. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like it went from one person to the other person to the other person. He didn't have to move. Like there's no you can tell like if someone's had to move the analog stick to the right or to the left to aim at another person. So I hate to say it, but I think they've got auto aim on this game. That's the only thing. You know what? That's a very interesting question, Viper. Do I think that we'll be able to play as John Marston for a bit at the end of the game? I know we are playing as Arthur Morgan as the main character. I mean, the thing is, if you watch the not the beginning of this trailer, the beginning of trailer 3. If you watch the beginning of trailer 3, you'll actually see, which we have watched today. You'll actually see his Arthur Morgan's brother or someone who looks like John Marston. Okay, and it looks like John Marston's son, who we get to play at the end of Red Dead when he takes the revenge for his father's killing. Spoiler alert, if you haven't played Red Dead, what are you doing? Play it. Get the game. It's like super cheap. It's like £5. We haven't... That guy looks really familiar. Okay, he looks really similar to John Marsden's son. So I don't know. It would be very interesting. I think I would love for them to introduce the game maybe in a way where it shows some sort of transition. I'm sure it's going to be told in the story mode, but it'd be really good to see like some sort of... I don't think they're attaching those two games together though, because they're trying to bring the game... I don't... From what I understand, they're trying to create a gap. Because obviously Red Dead came out, and then this is Red Dead 2. Obviously, the game in between was the Undead Nightmare, which, to be honest with you, I thought was just stupid. But from what I can see, Red Dead are not trying to continue a story from that point. They're trying to show a point in time where being an outlaw was being frowned upon. Not by a minority, but by the majority. Whereas in Red Dead, it was like the thing to be. Being an outlaw was the thing to be. Whereas in this game, it's like you're the last surviving few. And it's up to you to continue this or die trying kind of thing. So the thing is, I saw the introduction to that trailer 3, and I saw that guy in there, and they introduced him as a brother, but I don't know if he had a brother, if John Marsden had a stepbrother, maybe, I don't know. And this is who Arthur Morgan is. We don't know these questions to these answers, unfortunately. But the thing is, there are a lot of questions have come up about this. I've seen it. I saw it, and those questions came up in my head, like, who is that guy? Because that guy looks just like the guy who we used at the end of Red Dead. Okay, that he had the same scars and the same plates on his face, and I was just like, "Yo, is that his son? Is that his brother? Then are they stepbrothers or something?" So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But I think I would totally. It would be dope. I mean, the thing about I look at it is that it'd be super dope to see like something like they introduce the game, like you get into the game as maybe like John Marsden's son, and then it's like it introduces you to Arthur Morgan, and then you take over that character or something like that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm also very interested to see how the camping system is going to work, as it implies our gang will always be on the run and can't settle in one place. I was just saying that. I was just discussing this, Viper, about this, that you settle in one place, but is it the question that you get pushed out of that place? A bit like the way gypsies are, like gypsies, they'll come to a place, they'll stay there unwelcomed by the sophisticated and civilized society that there is around them, who live in houses and stuff. Are you pushed out? And then being pushed out, and I think they've introduced this to force the players, to force the you know, because I think if you get comfortable in a game, you stay there. You don't go anywhere. You know, like if you're used to like landing somewhere or being in a certain part of town, you just stay in that part of town. Whereas what this game is trying to force people to do is go from place to place. So you're 1 minute you might be in a nice part of town, and you know, you got everything to hand, and then you go to another place which is completely remote, and you have to go find everything. You have to, you know, you have to hunt more often, or gather resources more often in order to keep the camp going, and for people not to lose morale, because I think this is where it is. The story is driven by morale. Like if people lose their morale, they choose not to be a gang member or choose to join the civilized society, as you call it, you know. So this is where I'm seeing this side of the camping thing, and I think it brings a really cool diversion to the game, a new insight into how games can increase story modes. Yeah, totally agree about the gang being pushed out. The more notorious their reputation becomes, the more often they will have to move. And I think you're totally right. Right, let's continue.
In a similar way, the bond with your horse is crucial and changes based on your treatment of the animal.
Hold still, girl.
Some breeds are better suited for certain tasks.
I got a fella been looking for a decent workhorse like this for a while.
Your saddle and saddlebags can store extra weapons, along with supplies and animal carcasses that you pick up while out roaming.
See, this I thought was interesting. Okay, I thought this was really, really interesting that they said that your saddlebag will hold more additional weapons, and your horse can carry livestock. So, where I hate to throw this out there, but I've got the feeling that you're not going to be able to carry multiple guns on you like having a gun wheel like we're used to seeing. I don't know if Rockstar are moving away from the idea of having imaginary satchels which have like, you know, you can have like 17 different weapons on you. You can switch between any one just by, you know, hitting left on the D-pad, opening up a wheel, and then you just select whatever weapon you want depending on how many bullets you got, and if you run out of bullets, you just move to the next one, and so on and so forth. I think they're trying to move away from it. They're trying to bring the more realism of gameplay. Like, you know, you get caught in a gunfight, your horse is like 10 yards from you, you got to run to the horse to get your gun, you know, because you fucking left all your weapons on there. Or maybe they'll let you, you know, you've got your main pistol. Maybe if you've got like a shotgun or a rifle like tucked up in your back, like with the rifle holder and stuff like that. So I don't know if they're trying to limit like how many weapons you'd be able to carry on the actual character's body, because they're trying to get away from the unrealistic side of the game. You know, where you think, Cy Tyson, hey bro, great reaction and analysis of the trailer. Thank you very much, dude. I'm glad you enjoyed it. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, so I'm glad you guys are warming to this kind of content. The thing is, I just think the gun wheel they might get rid of it. And like I was saying, I think you know, if you pick up extra weapons, bullets, and things, and they might keep it on your horse. That's where it's kept. You know. Hi, can we expect a first-person shooting gameplay? It seems Rockstar gives a lot of attention to guns. The way the game is shown is that when you're in free roam, you're in third person. But when you are in gunplay, especially when you're aiming, the view changes to like semi first person. I don't think they're going to give you the option like we have in GTA, where we can actually change into first person mode and third person mode depending on what your preference is. I think this is trying to bring both into one play, so you kind of get used to it, and they did that a little bit in Red Dead, the first game, where you aim and it would kind of like zoom in a little bit, where you'd see the shoulder and the hat of the person, and then the gun aiming outwards. I don't know if they're going to try and bring this a bit closer, so that we've actually got like a point of reference of like the gun and then the aiming point, or if we're using certain abilities that you can have in the game, like with the deadlock, or is it called Deadeye, I think it's called, ability, where you can actually like lock onto multiple targets, and then it'll fire a whole round. I'm sure you guys remember that from Red Dead Redemption. So I don't know if this is the kind of aspect they're going to take with that. But I really feel like they're going to get rid of the gun wheel. I think the gun wheel's gone. The reason they're telling us that you can keep additional weapons on your horse, I think it's because they don't. And even if you look at this place where we've paused right now, you can actually see on the map. There's nothing on the map. On the HUD, there's nothing on here. All you can see is the map at the bottom left right hand corner. That's it. And it's only showing like a very basic trail of where you are, nothing in detail. So I really feel like the gun reel that we've been used to, I think they're doing away with it. They're trying to bring realism into the game. We watch the game, we know it's animated, we know it's not real life, but they engross you with realistic aspects that make you feel like, yeah, this is serious. Like, they don't just want to make a game for you to play, they want to make a game that you love to play. It's different. It's a different feeling. You know, if anyone who's watching the stream, or even if you're watching us on playback, if you played Red Dead Redemption, if you came to the end of that game and you didn't feel upset that the game had to end, you didn't get the idea of the game. Okay, simple as that. Viper says we may get the further down the line like they did in GTA 5 a year later or so. Possibly, possibly, yeah. I think that's what I'm thinking is going to happen, because you see, there's a part in this particular trailer which we've already seen where he comes out of the house, he busts out of the house with a shotgun. You see the cinematic of him from the front view. It switches automatically without loading into the third person view, and then the guy aims and the camera switches to like a front view of the barrel of the gun, and then it shows him move from one person to another person to another person to another, and it cuts away from the art before you get to see the executions and whatever. But it gives you an idea of, depending on the gameplay and depending on the gunfight and depending on the situation and the scenario, it may alter the camera's mode. And also, if you guys didn't know, I just wanted to add this just in case you guys didn't know, if you didn't hear me say it before, is that there is a lot of things that are being said about players' abilities. So they're going to be bringing in a DLC possibly of co-op play, and the game is going to pick up your style of playing and your ability of playing through you playing the campaign yourself, and then and then the AI will react to you to a certain degree, depending on how you finish the game, like how the game rated you as a gamer, how it rated you as a player, whether you played if you played at a high rate or whether you played at a low rate, or maybe what level of difficulty you chose in the game. I don't know, but this is what they're saying. So then when they bring out the co-op online version where you can play the campaign with your friends, they will the AI will interact differently with different people in your campaign, so that you're not like being carried to the finish line. And not only that, what really intrigues me with this idea is that if you're in a gang, okay, if you're in a gang and you're playing co-op, does that mean you could have like a lot of people playing online with you? Like, whereas we know now, you know, if we play it online, we can have, 30 people on the PS4, we can have 16 on the PS3. But does that mean like you'd have like 20 gang members who are all your friends and stuff? I mean, if that's the case, that'd be sick. That's going to be freaking insane if that's the case. I mean, I can't wait if that's going to be happening, I mean, literally, I'm going to be like, dude, got to do it, because I've got to get online and play this game with my friends. You know what I'm saying? With my subscribers and stuff, So if you guys aren't subscribe now. And if you're not following us over at Twitch, you need to follow so you guys can get into the gameplay while we're playing this shit live on the 26th of October, 2018, peeps. That's what I'm saying. So let's continue.
Or hunting. Over time, the bond between you and your horse will grow, making them easier to control in tense situations.
Yeah, he's a great horse, aside from when the devil got him.
A rich and varied ecosystem thrives in the world, full of predators, prey, and scavengers. All smart and sometimes deadly.
You want to come with me?
See, I love that. I love that idea that there's going to be animals, creatures in the game that are all going to be of different variety, level of AI opponency, and they're going to have intelligence. That's the bit that hits me the most, is intelligence. If animals are given their natural responses that they would have in certain circumstances, you got a fight on your hands. Killing a crocodile isn't as easy as just shooting it once or twice. You got to shoot it in the right place. You got to kill it a certain way. A bear coming at you, it's gonna fucking kill you. So all these kind of things, it just makes me gag more for this game to be released.
I'll show you how we hunt one.
Hunting helps the camp or earns you money. Wound an animal and you'll have to track them down. Animal pelts and other items you find can be traded for cash to use at general stores, gunsmiths, saloons, and elsewhere.
This is God's own country, and I feel I'm in purgatory.
This is a world.
See, this is the other thing as well, which I think Rockstar will be bringing back into GTA 6 more than they have in this game. They're going to kind of give us a snippet of it in this game with the whole idea of food, drink, things that help the body sustain itself. So you have to consume these things to maintain your health and so on and so forth. I think this is going to be more prominent in GTA 6. But saying that, I love the idea that you get to go to a general store, you get to buy stuff from a store, you get to interact and buy goods from the things that you earn from things that you kill, or money that you rob, or things that you loot, or whatever it is. So I love that idea, that the game isn't closed, because right now, if in GTA 5, for example, you can't go in anywhere except for like Pornsby's or ammunition. You can't go into a food store except for the fucking 7-Eleven. I mean, they have to give you more options, and I think this is what's given us that option. Mizu, I think personally, first person isn't going to be as we expect it. The game is based as a third person game, but I think gunplay is where you're going to see the camera is going to slightly change to give you the first person mode. I don't know whether they're going to let you have the option of being able to play first person or not, but from what I've seen so far from the game trailers and from the other trailers that have been released prior to this, they have given us enough information to suggest that you'll be able to play in third person, but you also will, when it's time for action, when you're going to be engaging in gunfights, the camera will change. The mode changes to a different mode, which is more of a first-person style sort of shooting, rather than being the third person, which we've kind of got used to from GTA. Because even GTA's first-person mode isn't that great. I mean, if you watch, the funniest thing is when you watch people who are in first person, they move like so weird. Their legs are doing the weirdest things ever. So, Mizu, to answer your question, they're incorporating third person and first person into one genre on Red Dead Redemption 2 from what we've seen so far from the game trailers. Anyway, let's continue.
World that is rich in depth and detail. All designed to be explored on horseback or on foot. As you live the fateful journey of a gang of outlaws on the run across America. In the next gameplay video.
So, before we jump to that next gameplay video, there is something really interesting I wanted to just touch on that little bit there. I don't know if you guys spotted it, but the top right-hand corner of that screen, if you rewind back and watch it, you'd see it. If you remember from Red Dead Redemption 2, when you used to have to get away from the heat, when you have to run away from heat, when you have to let heat cool down, just like we do in GTA 5, where the police sirens, blue lights and red lights stop flashing on your screen and it goes like a grey, and then you have to kind of like stay away from the blue hazardous lights. In Red Dead, it seems what they've done, they've created this wanted bar, which actually goes down as you are evading from being captured, which I think is really interesting because it's a concept they took from Red Dead, the first game, and they've kept it in the second game to kind of like give you an idea of how you are doing at evading. The thing I really hope that they bring into the game, things that I think is needed, is things like having an ability like to hide. Like I was saying this to some people when we play GTA 5 online, is like the cops are on you, you go behind a couple of buildings, or you go up in a car park, for example. How would the police know you're up the top floor of the car park is beyond me, unless they're unless it's the Matrix and they're all Agent Smith. But they find you at the top of the building. You know, that shouldn't be possible. So I'm just hoping in Red Dead 2 that they've actually ironed out these kind of little things, these niggling things that us gamers have with games, you know, where they bring that realism of like, if you hide, there is no way they could see you because they physically didn't see you go in that direction. They know you've gone somewhere there, but they're not going to search that whole area, and all of a sudden you've got like 5 cops in the same bit, and then all of a sudden a fucking officer appears at the top of a ladder that is walked up magically and is I found him, I've suspect located. You know, I just hope they get away from this kind of concept, you know, and I really hope that, you know, evading the you know, you can actually just hide, and that is good enough because they haven't seen where you've hidden. They may search around and look around, but they won't actually find you. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I like the idea that they've kept that concept of that bar diminishing as you're evading the actual heat that you've got from doing something. What the hell did you ask, Freddy? Freddy asked me, what is the game about? Okay, really good question, Fred. If you want to know what the game is all about, you really have to watch this video from the beginning. But just to paraphrase, it's a Western game. So it's like cowboys and Indians. So it's just like GTA 5, but with cowboys and Indians. It's a really good game. It's an 18 rated game, so I don't know if your mom's gonna let you play that game, but it's a really good game. And if she doesn't let you play it, you can always watch it on my channel. What's up, Jordan?
We'll look at missions.
Right, let's continue.
Activities, enemy gangs, robberies, other things to do, and much more, including the evolution of sharpshooting using the...
See, if you see this, right? If you see this screen right now that I've paused it on, you can see at the top right-hand corner, it's written wanted. Okay, you can see that, right? It says wanted, and it's in red, and this will actually diminish as you evade the cops. Not only that, if you look even now at the screen, and I was saying to you before about the HUD and the fact that there's no, the gun wheel, you see him pull out the weapon. He didn't have the weapon on him. He pulls the weapon out. If you rewind it just a little bit, you'll see it. And you can see from the map, it shows you like a location of where the enemies are shooting from. Like the red dots and the blue dots are like your comrades maybe, or people who are scared. I don't know. But the thing is, it shows you the red. So that's people who obviously are shooting at you and your location on the map. But we didn't see a gun wheel for him to release for him to show that weapon, which means either the bag he's carrying has weapons in it, or they have got rid of the gun wheel, and the gun you're carrying is a gun you can use. So if you remember back in the Cowboys times, Cowboys and Indians, in the Western times, they all used to carry gun belts. Near enough, everybody had a gunsling. You know, they had a gun in a sling with bullets and stuff like that. So I don't know whether that's all you've got, unless you've found another weapon or you've bought another weapon that you're able to carry, or something like that. When will you be doing streaming? I'm streaming right now, believe it or not. I'm doing a game review on Red Dead Redemption 2, the anticipation October 26th release. I'll be playing GTA tomorrow on the PS4 and PS3 on Sunday, and we'll be doing the podcast a little bit after we finish this little review. I don't even know if we're going to do the podcast, to be honest with you, because this is pretty much done the podcast time for me for today. I don't know. We'll see how we get on anyway. Anyway, we're nearly to the end. We're at 5 minutes 49. We've got only like 10 seconds left of this video to go through. So let's see where we go. I'll be done probably. We've probably got about 20 minutes left. We'll see how we get on anyway. let's continue. Sorry for pausing.
Deadeye system.
So that last bit was talking about the Deadeye system, and obviously Rockstar let us know that this video was captured entirely from in-game footage. So when you watch this particular trailer, this is the last one, which is the official gameplay video. From when it begins to when it ends, all of it is gameplay. So all of it is either cutscenes within the game, gameplay within the game. It's not added content. So where you see with the other trailers, the trailers are cuts of this and that and bits of this information, bits of that information. This is different. This is showing you the actual game. So when this is delivered on October 26th, the bare minimum we can expect is what we see in this video. And as far as I'm concerned, it's lit. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. It's super lit. I'm going to go now, if that's okay. Of course, Fred, if you need to go, dude, off you go. Don't forget to leave that like before you walk out the door. When will you? Can you really, Jordan? That's some. Why would I? I don't get it. No worries, Mizu. Sorry, Sorgamer. Red Dead 2. You know, dude, this is the one. This is the one. Anyway, so October 26th is coming out. This is officially from gameplay, and this is the last bit of this little video for you guys. So obviously, my main takeaway from this is that Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be incredible. Okay, it's gonna be amazing. There is no two ways about it. If you don't believe it, trust me. This last gameplay trailer has nailed it. Okay, it literally the last nail on the coffin. I'm done. Pay has been done. Pre-order has been confirmed. Literally, game is coming. October 26th will be here. Will be live. Be sure to join me. It's going to be sick. It's going to be awesome. Your people want to be involved. And not only that, there's going to be the online co-op gameplay. They're going to be introducing a gameplay where you can play the story mode again, but this time with your own gang of friends. That is insane. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. October 26th. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please be sure to slap a like on it and subscribe if you're watching us over at youtube.com. And if you're over at twitch.tv, please don't forget to hit that follow button, because without those follows, we cannot continue over at Twitch. So please make sure to follow. And thank you very much for those guys who have been dedicated enough to watch us over at twitch.tv. We're trying to get that sub button over there, and you guys are keeping it lit. But just to end on a high, I guess, Twitch has dropped to 8 viewers, and YouTube has overtaken with 13. That's the second time it happened on today's live stream. So it's even today. 1 minute it was YouTube, next minute it was Twitch. Even Stevens. Anyway, thank you very much, guys, for watching. Big shout out to the sponsors as always. Big shout out to CD Keys, Cinch Gaming, and not forgetting the infamous people over at Razor.com. Also, not forgetting the T4 Army merch. If you guys haven't snagged yourself something awesome from the T4 store, be sure to grab yourself something sick. It's delicious, it's beautiful, it's trendy, it's everything you'd want in merchandise. Go check it out. We've got awesome deals at the moment, and we're going to be running a brand new little discount over there as well very, very soon. So be sure to check that out before the summertime finishes. Also, not forgetting G2A.com over at twitch.tv. Keeping it lit, keeping it alive with those AAA titles. If you want to snag yourself something awesome from G2A.com, maybe you want to play Red Dead Redemption 1. Grab it there. It's super cheap right now. Also, not forgetting G4G and Streamlabs, keeping those donations streamlined straight to the bank account of the stream. So thank you very much to everybody who's ever donated to the live stream. You guys are awesome. But that's it. This is where we end today's little review. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Tamin25. You can call me T4 in the game. You can call me T4 in the chat. You can call me T4 in the podcast. That's what everybody knows me as. But until next time, guys, as always, stay safe, stay awesome, and October 26, 2018, peace.